I will say the war in Iran is going along swimmingly. We can do whatever we want. And it should be ending pretty soon. It was perfect. I mean, it's perfect. It was the power we have, our military. We have the most powerful military anywhere in the world.
President Trump says the end is in sight, and now Iran is announcing the Strait of Hormuz is completely open for the remainder of the ceasefire, sending markets higher and oil much, much lower. Welcome back to the second hour of the Big Money Show. I'm Brian Brenberg, along with my magnificent co-hosts. And staying with us for the hour, Fox Business contributor, entrepreneur, occasional seller of used clothing, host of The Fixer, Marcus Lemonis. Thanks for staying with us, sir.
Got it, buddy.
All right, so how close are America and Iran to a lasting deal? So far, the U.S. brokered Israel-Lebanon ceasefire appears to be holding, but the president says the blockade of Iranian ports will remain in full force despite the strait opening. So, as Tehran's finances dry up and the regime runs out of options, it all comes down to negotiations.
Iran wants to make a deal, and we're dealing very nicely with them. We've got to have no nuclear weapons. If we do, that's a big factor. And they're willing to do things today that they weren't willing to do 2 months ago.
When will the next in-person
Probably,
meeting take
maybe
place?
over the weekend.
Will you send the vice president?
Maybe
Mr.
over
President,
there.
will you send?
Marcus, you said something in the first hour that got my attention. You said, yeah, we got a big rally happening right now. I'm surprised it's not bigger. What is the market missing about what's happening with Iran that you think should be driving it higher?
Well, there's a lot of oversold stocks in the market today. And so we see, and Taylor and I talked about it in the break, retail is still very depressed. Leisure is still very depressed. And so I want to see those come back, and I'm not seeing them at the same rate. And so I'm a lot more excited about what's happening in the market than maybe even the market is, and I appreciate the 1,000 points. But there should be a lot of momentum, because when you take oil and you take that price down, it flows to everybody's corporate earnings for the next 6, 12, 18 months in a much bigger way than I think we're anticipating. So if you are sitting on the sideline with cash, I would tell you to deploy some right now.
David, you gave a very powerful pro-America first presentation in the first hour about this. You said we don't need Europe, we don't need NATO. The president said we don't need Europe, we don't need NATO in the Strait of Hormuz.